with a deep sense of sadness. Sadness to learn that you are still suffering under an inhuman system. The housing shortage, the school crisis, unemployment, and the crime rate still remain. The crisis in education that exists in South Africa demands special attention. The education crisis in black schools is a political crisis.
Before a baby walks or crawls, I think white people need to grow some balls. It's not like townships are surrounded by 100-foot high walls. Every neighborhood has its sprawls, but if we want unity, we got to start small. Like walk around a township, or from Bree to N Street Mall, and see what it really means to have no food to eat, or walk around barefoot, not because you want to, but because there's nothing on your feet, because you only get given handed down shoes and handed down goods. Poverty is suffocating the hood, and all people want is to be heard and to be understood, for people to come and do some good. I wish you would come out of your comfort zone. Nobody wants to be alone. You don't want to, but you should. Divided we are conquered, but together we could do some good. Start saving our nation, decreasing poverty and starvation. But we need to be proactive and not stationary. Point is, it's a choice, it's not mandatory. It's just the repeating of history. It's not some lost knowledge or spiritual epiphany, but this is the norm of humanity. Why should I do it if it doesn't benefit me?
We call on those who out of ignorance collaborated with apartheid in the past to join our liberation struggle. No man or woman who has abandoned apartheid will be excluded from our movement towards a non-racial, united and democratic South Africa, based on one person, one vote on a common voters' roll. Our primary task remains to unite our people across the length and breadth of our country. Our democratic organizations must be consolidated in all our sectors. Democratic political practice and accountable leadership.
People should stop being obstropolous. It's getting a little bit monotonous. Everybody's trying to fit into this grand metropolis. Evil is oozing out of every orifice. I don't think we can take much more of this. It's time for metamorphosis, a change in times. There's too much bloodshed, too many losses of lives, too many widowed wives, too many starving homeless people standing in grant lines. For God's sakes, we don't even own our own minds because our leaders are mimes, puppets controlled by strings that seem to do ridiculous things. That doesn't just burn, it stings. That our prayers can't even get wings, whilst only few can afford gold and diamond rings. The fish rots from the head down. That means what we're seeing on the ground, what makes our nation and our society drown, is that our leaders are fighting for a non-existent crown. Yeah, go ahead and frown. The truth hurts once, but a lie can hurt forever. Actions can't be taken back ever. Reality doesn't change like the weather, but let's do something rather late than never.
Let each one of you and all of our people give the enemies of peace and liberty no space to take us back to the dark hell of apartheid. These basic principles will propel us to a free, non-racial, democratic, united South Africa that we have struggled and died for.